Mushrooms and Dragons, the Storybook movie. I smell your fear, little human. Do not fail. I would hate to cook such a nice looking soup. The magical world of mushrooms and dragons. During the day, when the weather's nice, you could see families in the park. You see local residents flying around the neighborhood. The cities are busy. Everybody's doing something. Everybody's good. Peoples are chilling. Everyone's making a living, selling beauty and cleaning products. I mean, not everybody wants to get up and go to work every day. Some of us are happy just going outside and seeing the colorful clouds. Never said the world was perfect. We do have our everyday problems. Nighttime in the magical kingdom of mushrooms and dragons is for families to sit down and eat supper together, while the children dream about mushrooms and dragons. The adults party like crazy. Mushrooms and dragons, sports and music events all the time. We were fools to think that our magical city had no dark secrets. Oh, they've got their claws manipulating every aspect of your magical mushroom kingdom. We showed you how pretty the city was, how much fun all the people are having. So what could be going on behind the scenes that's so bad? A dark wizard in his dimly lit tower, designing pathogens. They test all of the specimens until they find the perfect petri dish to raise the pathogens. Playing God, they manufacture and give life to new pathogens. They use an evil witch doctor to find creative ways to spread the pathogens. Unknown to you, they catch and they test your friends, your family, and your neighbors. Yes, all of these pathogens are deadly, but we must keep working to make the perfect death. These horrific little pathogens are always hungry and they scream, "Feed me! Feed me!" They even mix the pathogens with living bacteria. They feed them raw eggs, cooked eggs. It does not matter. The pathogens love to eat eggs. They have perfected the ultimate weapon, a pathogenic dragon. The first step of the manifestation process. You can see the dragon growing in the belly of the pathogen. The more eggs the pathogen eats, the stronger the dragon will grow. They've made many different types, and they are still making them. They even now come in a new hybrid version. The boss wants the pathogens to eat metal, and so the architects kept working. The next stage in development was the hatching and the feeding immediately upon hatching. They built factories and warehouses to manufacture and distribute these new dragon pathogens. The boss wants us to flood the black market with his new pathogenic dragons. Persistent they are, always looking for new ways for the pathogens to live inside of your brain. We got surprisingly positive results from this soy substance. Yes, doctor, these will feed the babies just fine. Continue to genetically modify the corn. The boss wants every dragon and their mother out there playing with toxic poisons, becoming a chemist. This stuff is great. We need to put this in every single house. The boss said he wants his brand on every label. And he wants us to give them stupid names so that we can laugh at them. Yeah, the boss wants all of his products on every shelf, in every store. Brainwash the people. Make them believe the milk, the cheese, the eggs, and the butter is what they must consume. We will feed the people with gluten, more and more gluten. We will mix the eggs in with the gluten. We will put aluminum byproducts into the water and then tell them that this is good. Tell the people they need the protein. Come here, piggy, 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 piggy. And they will follow like sheep. right into the slaughterhouse. And when these unsuspecting victims go to the healers, you will prescribe them with petromedicines. It is a fun game we play. We make up names like autoimmune disease, and then we tell people they have these diseases. Ha 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 ha. When they come to you with high blood pressure, tell them it's the carbohydrates. We like this, a stupid name, diabetes. We can blame the glucose and put you on a lifelong petromedicines. No. This is not from your diet. This is an autoimmune disease. This is genetics. Come back in 6 months for the triple whammy booster. A shadow covers the magical kingdom of mushrooms and dragons. All hope is lost. Or is it? At the very bottom of the forest floor, where the light hardly ever reaches, and the acacia tree's roots sink into the earth, a secret meeting took place between the dragon and the spirit of compassion. A plan was formulated. All of the fruits and the vegetables gathered into the forest, and the spirit spoke to them and taught them about healing. The fruits and the vegetables accepted and rejoiced in the spirit, and they dwelt together in the garden, and the light shines bright. From an early age, celery learned how to juice, and in no time, celery became one of the mightiest warriors in the kingdom of mushrooms and dragons. But celery was not alone. Allow me to introduce you to Lemon, who grew up and became Lemon Zest, and her sister Honey, who grew up to become the Queen Bee. Meet the wild blueberries. We call him Russell, but he's a mighty potato. Occasionally, you will find zinc and B12 teaming up to work together. We have a few superhero teams, and here are the leafy greens, the mighty grapes, the melon family, the spirit of compassion set up shop in the green kitchen. They started making heavy metal detox smoothies. All the coolest dragons started juicing. It became the thing to do. Things got wild. The grapes got a little carried away. The bananas and the tomatoes had to be separated. lettuce started making boats, and the bananas jumped right in. Forgot all about the tomato. The wild blueberries really led the charge. Zinc and B12 went to work on those viruses, and propolis finished the job. What do they think their little rebellion is going to accomplish? I have already contaminated the air. I've contaminated the raindrops. I've contaminated the oceans. I've contaminated the soil. I've contaminated the people. This spirit wants to put antioxidants into the people's blood. Okay, well, we'll take the people's blood along with the antioxidants. Thank you very much, spirit. I took control of your world. There will be no cleansing, only shadow and fear. It was prophesied when the time was right, the chosen nerd would open the magical book of mushrooms and dragons. The souls of the wild blueberries emerged from the book and changed the nerd's life forever. Never again will he be called a nerd, for he is now the Dragon Hunter. Whoa, check out the new look. The mushrooms and dragons battle armor. I have a message for you, dragon. With great power comes great responsibility. I have the power, so I have the responsibility to protect the mushrooms and dragons kingdom. I gave a speech by the old oak tree. More and more started to come. The crowd started amassing. I rallied the troops. I had the melons holding down the right wing. I had the squashes flanked to the left. It was a mighty battle. And in the end, we prevailed. The battle is over, but the kingdom is in shambles. Spirit lifts itself up, looks around, and sees the ruins of its once beloved city. What little survivors were left were broken physically and emotionally, but yet we all knew that the dragon was still alive and spreading his evil regardless of what just took place. United under one spirit, we represent the land of the free, and we hail from the home of the brave, and we stand in the face of danger. There is no dragon that will break our faith as we walk through the valley in the shadow of death. What do you think is going to happen? What will be the outcome? What will befall the magical kingdom of mushrooms and dragons? This has been a Mushrooms and Dragons storybook movie on the Mushrooms and Dragons YouTube channel.